Hello everybody, and welcome to the Feel Good podcast. I'm Joseph.
I'm Ethan.
I'm Mary-Kate.
Julian.
This is our first podcast, so we're not exactly sure how everything's going to go. The idea behind it is that one of us is going to present a topic. I'm going to be presenting a topic today, and then we'll just go with it, whatever tangential ideas pop into our head. So the topic for today is the Crucifix, and this is going to go into some artistic things instead of we often talk about super theological, political ideas. I think this is going to head off more into the direction of arts and metaphors. At least that's the way I'm sort of envisioning it. So I'll open up the floor for any comments on the crucifix.
I'm just imagining the crucifix we saw at the retreat.
Oh gosh.
Which one?
Man. So there's this crucifix on the retreat. You want to tell the story, Ethan?
You can tell it.
I
All my
know.
words out there.
Okay. There's this crucifix on a retreat. We were on a retreat at this one retreat center, and they had all these handmade crucifixes from the people who live at this retreat center. And Christ on the crucifix looked really messed up. He was in real bad shape.
Not like in a physical. Not like bad. It's just it's like if you have, say you have you have Van Gogh's art over here, and that's a really beautiful cross, and then you've got your son or daughter is just hey, look what I made, Mom.
It looked like a 3-year-old made it. It was
What
definitely
if a
not.
3-year-old did?
It could
A
have been.
3-year-old did not make it.
It could have
A
been.
3-year-old
It
did
could
not
have
go through there and wood carve.
You never know.
That was not a
It
3-year-old.
could be from
That would be a really talented 3-year-old. And if it was a 3-year-old, props to that 3-year-old.
I mean, have you seen them play piano?
That's true. Or the little kids from North Korea on the guitars.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it wasn't 3-year-old. There was no chance of 3-year-old. It was one of the people, and it was absolutely horrendous.
I mean, honestly, they could have been going for something.
It's just
Blasphemy.
modern. You guys wouldn't understand.
It's just it's above our heads, obviously.
Yeah.
It's
I
open
think-
for
I
interpretation.
don't think their intention was to be let's see how bad I can make this.
I mean, I'm sure it wasn't. Just I'm sure that's not what anyone thinks when they create something that's not artistically nice.
But to a certain extent, not to a certain extent, but when we make something for God, He sees it as beautiful because He's our Father.
Okay, I totally agree with that.
Exactly my point.
I totally agree with that. It's yes, I'm offering this to God, but when we settle for childish works, when we settle for the work of a 3-year-old, at a certain point, a parent's gonna be stop giving me artwork like stick figures.
What kind of parent?
It's not.
Yeah.
When your
My parents still
18-year-old
stick it.
is giving you pictures constantly of stick figures, and be Mommy, Daddy, look how great this is. There's a problem when 30, 40-year-old people, and they're probably older than that, are making worse than stick figure art for a crucifix. That's not acceptable.
Well, what if they're really old?
I mean, they were really old.
Yeah, they can't they're shaking.
It wasn't. Did you go? Were you there? Did you
Yes.
see
Well,
it?
I mean the one all the way. Benson.
Yeah, I was out by Benson.
The one Benson. Okay. Yeah, I didn't see it though, so I
It
can't really
was-
explain. What was.
How do you describe it?
What the problem was.
I mean, if I already did, but
I can't imagine this.
It's-
I mean, I mean, this is just me when I was looking at it. He kind of looked reluctant.
That's true. His face was
He had eyes that were slanted downwards. And he had a sort of slight grin, well, I guess I'm up here.
It was sort of what happened? Upon the cross.
But I mean, it could have been somebody's first work.
Maybe. But it's not really.
Well, I mean we're we're guessing a lot of stuff, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's obviously it's all guessing who this person was.
Yeah, it's when people look at this podcast and be
Still.
what the heck?
What if they're
Yeah.
watching it right now?
Good. If you're watching it right now, make better crucifixes. Do it.
Subscribe to Julian's channel.
Yes, my channel. Which is this, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't have a YouTube channel.
Yeah, this one's.
What channel?
You do now.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll make
You're on
one.
at the start. Okay.
Link in the description.
So on the other like ideas of the crucifix, just what type of crucifix do you guys like to see? Like, what do you think of crucifix? Like, what's your idea of crucifix? Because mine, I think, is very different from a lot of what people think is a good crucifix today. My vision of one.
The Orthodox crucifixes, like the Coptic ones, pretty beautiful. You know, this is design. It's nice. Very aesthetic.
We'll try to put in a photo. This is both in video and it's going to be on SoundCloud. So for the people who are going to be listening on SoundCloud, Julian's going to try to describe an Orthodox crucifix right now.
What?
But we'll put a photo up in the video.
Right there.
Right.
Wow.
Right here. Covering Joseph's face.
Oh. Can you describe an Orthodox crucifix?
Well, it's just a regular cross, but then you have like a slant at the bottom, like foot of the cross, and then in top sometimes you have a horizontal cross, a smaller horizontal cross above the main branches of the cross. So, and then in like Coptic Orthodox and other Orthodox traditions, they add a bunch more designs to it. I don't know. You just have to look at it. Yeah, I don't know.
It's right here, right now.
Google
else?
search it right now.
If you aren't, if you're listening on SoundCloud.
I don't know. Maybe I like the artistic ones, but I also like realistic crucifixes because when I gaze at a crucifix, I want to like be present at that moment. And I feel like realistic draws me more into that.
I feel like that's what a lot of people think today. I feel like a lot of people today want like the bloody, like put it as true as possible. Like, give me the suffering of Christ. Like, I want to see it right now. I mean, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. But my personal thought on the crucifix, the one that I like, is when the corpus has its arms straight out, his arms straight out. He's standing very tall, and his head is up. Which is very, like, totally, absolutely not how you'd have to be crucified. It's very unrealistic. But I think oftentimes, especially when you see early crucifixes that were made this way, the people who were originally making them understood what it meant to be crucified. Mm-hmm. The idea of crucifixion wasn't so far antiquated that we had no idea what it meant.
Right.
The reason, there's a priest that I used to talk to all the time, who gave me this idea of why you would want a crucifix like that. And his image was, you have on this crucifix the king who rules from the tree. That even in this extreme moment of weakness, you have Christ who is defeating death, who's saving everyone. It's the crucifixion which leads to the resurrection. This entire passion is the pinnacle of salvation history. Mm-hmm. So, in that moment, even though the reality of it was this extreme, painful death, the meaning behind it was I just went out. Oh well. The meaning behind it was the ruling, the overcoming, the saving. And so I like the image of it.
Yeah, I can see why that is good. But I do like the realistic ones because I like to visualize the gore.
Oh wow.
Mary Kate likes the gore.
I get it, but I like the I don't like the gore per se, but I like the suffering of Jesus Christ. That's the whole point of when Jesus dies. When it's the whole him being stripped of his clothes, having the crown of thorns, and him having to walk up and then fall, trip over, and then that is basically the pinnacle of his suffering. So that's why I like to see him suffer, because that's essentially what we have to do, because that's kind of that's his like most human side of when he dies on the cross. That's almost, to me, in my way of thinking, that's like his most human way of dying, human way of living, is and through his good acts that he's actually becomes a scapegoat, and then he is humiliated and then tortured and then killed, even though he is essentially the King of all kings. He is the Lord and Savior. So that's why I like to see him in that like awful like view, because that shows essentially what we as Christians, people who follow him, have to do, is be good, even, and accept the torture that we have to take, even though all this bad things will happen. That's what Jesus did. That's in some ways when he takes his sins, like he carries the sins of the world on him. That's what he's doing when he's carrying up, because he's living the experience of both humiliation, torture, and death. So that's why I like it, like the
Mm-hmm.
My thought also is that there's not a correct way to have a crucifix. So I'm not arguing like all crucifixes need
Except
to
for
have.
if they're really bad.
Yeah, apparently.
Okay. So there's not a correct way to have a crucifix, but there's definitely wrong ways to have a crucifix. There's definitely wrong ways to have a crucifix. If a kid makes a crucifix and hangs it on their own wall, great. Jesus can look like, hey, I don't know why I'm up here, but like I'm up here. But there's definitely like, maybe we should try for better art, I think. That's my statement on that crucifix. But there's not a correct way to have a crucifix. They each have different meanings. They have different... Because the point of a crucifix is to call us into prayer. So each different version, each different styling of crucifix is going to evoke us to contemplate the crucifixion in a different way. And so I think, because I feel almost every single church I've ever been in, almost every single person I've ever talked to, almost every single crucifix that I've ever seen in like religious catalogs, especially like today currently, has a bloody beat up Jesus, which is very realistic. A bloody beat up
on their necklace?
No, like on the crucifix.
Well,
even on necklaces.
Yeah, on the necklaces they have bloody.
Yeah, that they always have. They have a more realistic.
Yeah, he's more downtrodden.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
And that's fine. And maybe I'm just being a hipster, but
sorry.
I think maybe because we're so far removed, like in America, from suffering, like we don't, sometimes we have the tendency to be like, oh, like with an empty cross, without the corpus. It's like this nice picture of Jesus where like, oh, he's a nice guy, he's a good teacher, but we don't come face to face with his suffering and accept that, like Julian was saying, like we have to endure that suffering as well. So I think that might be the mindset behind it.
I think it's totally valid. I'm not criticizing it. That's my statement is that this is why it was going to be more in an arts metaphors version of it, instead of this theological right and wrong, because there's no right way to have a crucifix. One will probably be coming out in April, I imagine. Probably. We also maybe are going to be working on some stuff. So we had an idea that we'd watch a movie, and then we'd film our reaction to it.
B movie.
No, let's do silence.
We'll watch a movie, we'll record our reaction to it, and we'll put that out. So that'll probably come out in between them because we have to do editing and stuff. So, thanks for joining us. It's been a fun time. We've had a fun time here, whoever's watching. It's probably mostly our friends at this point, so if you would like to help us out, if you enjoyed it at all, please like us on Facebook, Fewbutgood, like pasta. Yeah, I'm giving the shameless plug. Visit our website, fewbutgood.weebly.com, and share everything. Help our little ministry grow. And as always, we'll pray for you if you guys pray for us. I mean, we'll pray for you anyway.
Yeah.
But please, it'd be nice if you guys would pray for us. So
I pointed up here, so you have to put the link there.
Okay, I'll put the link will be right there.
No, up there.
The link will be at the top of the screen apparently.
Yeah.
So we'll see you guys in April.
Bye.